Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mikaelah and thank you for clicking on this video. I haven't checked in with you guys since I think I was like 11 weeks out. So currently I'm 9 weeks out for my competition as of yesterday. I started this prep 133 and now I am 118. So I've gone down 15 pounds. Yes, so I've lost 15 pounds. I've been doing this for 5 weeks and I've been getting a lot of questions, so I thought today would be a really good opportunity to actually sit down and answer a few of the questions that I get a lot on my social media. If you hear heavy breathing, it's my dog. Come on, Mochi, since you want to be a part of everything, you just want attention. You're so kind. I have a list here because I wanted to make sure that I touch on every subject that I feel like has been asked about. I don't want to glamorize it, and I just want people to know what they're going to get themselves into prior to being in a bikini prep, because it is grueling and it's very, I don't want to say it's brutal because it is possible and like I'm fine, but it can get really difficult sometimes, and I'm lucky that I planned, and I'm very thankful that I have a team behind me and I have my family's support. Anyway, let's just get onto it. So, number one, I get a lot of questions about dieting and kind of like what it takes to be, or what it takes to look very lean and like what you eat. And I mean, obviously I'm not going to give you my whole meal plan, but basically it's a whole food kind of diet. Like very rarely am I eating something processed. Like in the morning I have my oats and my eggs, and then at lunch I have my chicken and my rice and then I get, you know, an apple as a snack. I have 2 protein shakes a day, and then for dinner I have fish and veggies. So it sounds really plain, but you can spice it up, you can add other things to it as long as your coach is happy with whatever, as long as your coach approves of it. But basically every single plan is going to be different. I mean, even with my coach and the people on my team, like their plans are so tailored to them and tailored to their preference. Like let's say this one girl on my team, she requires more sugar because something about the sugar alcohol is like she's just used to chewing a lot of gum. So my coach added an extra apple for her to chew on throughout the day so that she doesn't chew gum. And it's just things like that. Like she's very lean and it doesn't really affect her. Like extra sugar is totally fine, but for my diet I tend to, like, there's 2 things that I really, like, I have to stick by. It's every meal has to be in, and every meal has to be 2 to 3 hours apart, and I cannot have any added sugar aside from what is approved. Sugar is the one thing that my coach has stressed. Like sodium isn't really a big deal, but I cannot have an excess amount of sugar because that's what's going to affect my physique. Meal prepping makes it a lot easier, but that means you do have to set aside the time to meal prep, and you do have to set aside the time to make sure that you're meal prepping for everything for the next couple of days, so you don't stress about that while you're working out and going to school and going to work. And I also get lots of questions about like the costs, so like food, training, supplementation. So supplementation is easy. I have 2 kinds of protein right now. I have Optimum Nutrition Pro Complex, and then I have Optimum Nutrition Casein protein, and then I take Udo's oil. So those are the only 3 things that I'm like required to take daily. And I'm not a fan of protein powder. We all know this. I don't like protein powder, but I mean I have to have it. Like I have to have it in order to hit my protein. So it's not a lot when you think about it, like in retrospect. Like when I was buying the supplementation, like supplements, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so expensive because the tub is like $50. So like you're looking at like a $200 bill the first time you buy all these things. But I mean, you're gonna be good for a couple months. I don't take any fat burners, I don't take any pre-workout. But yeah, I just take protein and Udo's oil, which is a 369 blend, so it covers like the omega fatty 3 acids that my body requires. The cost of training and coaching, that's really going to depend. I recommend shopping around before you commit to someone, because that is going to be your team for the next 3-4 months, and that is going to be your support system, and it's up to you if you want to be your own support system. But for me, I found it very helpful, very motivating to have my coach Michael and the entire Platinum Physiques team. And Michael is basically my nutritionist, so I check in with him and he looks at my diet weekly, and we make calibrations according to however, you know, whatever he wants me to do in order to hit the designated weight goal for the next week. Then I train with David. He is my my hands-on trainer, so we train legs once a week, and then the rest is up to me. I'm pretty much at the gym every day. You're gonna be at the gym for prolonged periods of time, and that can get costly because you're training every week. That's gonna be expensive. You have gym memberships, which is gonna be not a lot, but I have 2 currently, so it's kind of expensive. So these costs do build up. But if you budget accordingly and you plan right, it's not going to be too terrible. Another thing with cost, obviously food, it's going to be part of that. You're going to be doing groceries like maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on how big your list is going to be, how comfortable you are with buying like lots of chicken. And some people like fresh chicken, some people are okay with freezing it over and over again. And I personally find it helpful to do my groceries twice a month, so like once every 2 weeks. But my bill doesn't go up any higher than $60. So like, you think all these things are a lot, and they are a lot. But if you do the planning ahead of time, which I did, I planned for a year before I got into competing. So mentally it is a lot to take on, but financially, if you prep yourself for it, it won't feel like much because you already have the money set aside for it. So to touch up on like workout questions, I just did talk about that. But basically I'm in the gym almost every day. I do cardio 5 times a week, and then I strength train 3 times a week, and then I do abs and calves twice a week. So that means like for 5 days I'm doing a lot of things, and it means being in the gym for 3 hours. So it's a lot, but like I said, it's all time management. It's how much you want it. Like, it's up to you whether or not you win. You are your biggest competition. Like, I know that you're up there in a stage with several girls and you're being compared to, you know, who has the biggest glutes, not biggest glutes, but who has the best glute ham tie-in, who has the best front delt, rear delt. At the end of the day, it's really up to you, and you're in competition with yourself. So it is a lot of time in the gym, but that's what you have to do in order to get the results that you want. So I also get a lot of questions about like what keeps me going and what my motivation is. And basically my motivation is myself, my team, my family, and yeah, myself, my team, my family. First and foremost, if you're not doing this for yourself, you're gonna find yourself sinking very quickly. It's all you at this point. No one, I mean, obviously people are going to support you. They're going to send you love and support, and that's the greatest thing in the world. It makes you feel awesome. But at the end of the day, when it's you versus that slice of pizza, it's you versus that slice of pizza. Like, no one else is going to be there to slap your hand. And alright guys, so my camera died, but yeah, if you have any health related, if you have any competition related questions, just hit me up on any of my social media that I have listed down below, and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah.